I'm so excited to bring in Dr. Publio Silfa of Silfa Dental, one of our Nutrition Challenge sponsors and just a supporter of Cow Harbor CrossFit. Let's get him on the phone or on this call right now because he's got some great information to share, and I can't wait to connect with him. Let's see where he's at.
Okay. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you perfect. Listen, first and foremost, I really thank you. Thank you for continuing to be part of our community, right? And we've integrated and instilled you in our nutrition program. I've always wanted to bring you when we I guess came up with our nutrition program. I was like, at one point in this journey, Julio's going to just be involved in it. So this is my first step with it. There's so much more we're going to do. There are a lot of our clients, whether they're new or old, and they may not know who you are. So I want to give you this opportunity to kind of just tell us about you, who you are, what you do. You've CrossFit for a long time. Everybody loves knowing a doctor that does CrossFit. So please, the floor is yours. Tell us, who are you, my friend?
Hey, my name is Publio Silfa, and I'm a general dentist practicing in the area. I've been a raving fan of CrossFit, especially Cow Harbor. And just because of the community, I've stayed involved and connected throughout the years. And now that I've even moved out of town, I still continue to stay involved in the community because I truly love and believe in the vision you've created and you have had with, your team members, your coaches, your community, your athletes, so it's like that's what I've loved and seen with how you've continued to grow within your business, right? You've created a safe haven for many, and not just related to fitness but the mental health. It has a lot to do. But yeah, thanks for having me in, as a medical provider, and focusing on the oral health. I do see where the topic and concepts correlate with, nutrition. Many times patients want to enjoy a piece of steak and they can't because of their nutrition. Their dentition, sorry, they can't chew or function the way they wish they did. So it has a lot to do with the choices of foods that they have to take. In my area, I do a lot of surgeries. I do a lot of major reconstructions and full mouth rehabs, and I've seen the big difference on patients who are super healthy, who are eating their greens, their vegetables, super organic food. Like they have a real balanced diet. Those patients tend to heal within 3 to 4 days versus the patient who's used to having the microwave dinner or eating out, or smoking or having like that inappropriate balanced diet. Those patients take 10, 15 days more longer to heal. And it's just, amazing for me to see that change in the patient. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest changes that happens is in this patient's skin, because they start eating better foods the moment their teeth are fixed and their mouth are rehabbed. So I could see that transformation. And sometimes they come back to me like, Doc, I just gained 15, 20 pounds. And I'm like, don't blame me for that. But if you're happy, it's okay. But it's because they were able to start to enjoy other meals, and that's the principle of it. Where do you start seeing the benefits and the change when you fix your dental problem, your dental need, and patients are not aware of this. It's like, oh my God, it's going to be so expensive to go in for a cleaning or a checkup and do a procedure, but the benefits outweighs, the cost because the biggest the when I realized that I was changing people's lives, I had one patient come up to me and said, now I'm able to go out to restaurants and enjoy meals with friends and family. Now I'm not shy with talking with my next door neighbor or even when I'm walking my dog. And when I speak to a waiter at the restaurant, I know that I'm impacting their life because now I'm able to have a conversation and give my give them a generous tip because they're making me feel good, but they're also working, and I'm able to change and impact their lives from my presence and being there, but also having my family with me whenever I go out. So it's just crazy to see that just because we change someone's smile or dentition or life, how it affects, it dominoes effects throughout that person's journey, and their brothers, their husbands. Some spouses don't even know that their significant other is going through dental problems. It's just a total different world. But sometimes, depending on the age of the patient or the priorities, I have two kids in college, one's about to give birth. I'm being a grandma, grandpa, taking care of them. I have four kids in these schools. Like I can't take care of my teeth, pull them out. I'll suffer later, so that is just like a whole domino effect of life-changing procedures. And what are we talking about? We're talking about just fixing the smile, fixing the teeth, and nutrition, and it just connects. It just connects the dots. It's you're eating healthy, you're able to function at the gym, you're able to have a better lifestyle. You don't feel so tired, you don't feel so burnout. It's like it all starts to come together. And that's where I just see the benefits on these life-changing moments. So pretty
You
cool to
know,
see.
Dr. Publio, I could have asked you 10 different questions and you answered them all right there. Like, that is how well tuned you are to everything that's revolving around health and dentistry, right? It's so thank you for sharing that. You've been such an advocate in health and wellness in people's lives, and I've been very fortunate to have you introduced and continue to do CrossFit in your life. And it's so funny as you're speaking, I think about the six pillars that our nutrition program provides support and guidance in, right? And that's support systems, exercise, sleep. Now, hear me on these three: stress, nutrition, and lifestyle. Now, here's what hearing you say. What you just said was simply by working on oral health, we can work on the stress in our life. Are we smiling? Do we like our smiles? Are we feeling comfortable with our oral health that allows us to create these other parts of our life that brings our stress down? Two, interesting you bring up, they can enjoy foods better. They could eat the steaks and or any other food that normally their oral health did not allow them to do. And even as like bite an apple, right? And nutrition goes in hand because you now can utilize your mouth functioning a lot better and with confidence, you are now able to instill and practice even better nutrition. So it's so amazingly beautiful to see where a connection, like, what do you mean oral health and nutrition? Like, there it is. There it is, guys. It's
That
right in
is, that
front.
is. I thought I was just a dentist to drill, fill, do a crown, and do a veneer or do something simple like that. But when I realized it was much more than that, it's about changing people's lives and how it just connects. That's when, for me, the passion of dentistry came to life. That's when I realized that's my why. Why do I do this? It's because I know the how my patient will continue to impact other people's lives throughout. It's like, for instance, when you have a leader, when you have an authority in the community, when you have a mom who has to speak, or someone who's out there facing other people, that's, let's say, a teacher. We have a teacher and we're able to change that teacher's smile, give that teacher the confidence. Who's that teacher speaking to every morning? That teacher speaking to our kids,
Yeah.
right? They have 12, 15 kids day to day in, day out that they're making an impact in their lives. If that teacher is not confident about how they're feeling and how they're moving through life, that energy doesn't get passed on to those kids. So it's just a domino effect. And I could go on and on with the examples, but it's really, really amazing the profession that I'm in, that I'm able to do this, and empower people to lead in it. So
You
that's
know,
pretty cool.
and you're damn good at it, Dr. Pulio. You really are. I've had the luxury
Trying and trying.
I've had the luxury of being a patient of yours and seeing your old building and your new building. And the best way I describe it is like for those that can refer and associate, back in the days, we used to watch this cartoon called The Jetsons, right? And The Jetsons was like this futuristic kind of like what it's like in like, the year 2020, back in like 1980. And I go, when I walk into Dr. Publio's office, I feel like I'm in an episode of The Jetsons because everything is so like high tech, advanced. Like it feels like, is this the future of like life? And you do it so well. You really do. And as you said, we can go on and talking about this. So I will end with two things. I know you're very busy. One, thank you for being a sponsor in our program. Next week, two lucky winners are going to have a beautiful gift for by your office, by your practice. And I can't wait for those two lucky winners to be the recipients of your rewards or awards. But let's leave off with this. For those looking to work with you, receive treatment by you, where to find you, how to contact you, be like, I need that dentist in my life. Please let them know where they can do that.
That's awesome. So first thing, the wellness package that I gifted, it was for two of your winners, correct?
Correct.
So the wellness package is going to have an entire year of wellness cleanings and checkups. We'll have three wellness cleanings and checkups. Patients will have an intraoral cancer evaluation. They will also have an intraoral scan. We'll be able to do a simulation of where their smile is today and where it could be designed at a future in case like they have malocclusion, in case they have crowding in their teeth. So in case they have periodontal disease, we'll be able to kind of like time lapse the before and the after of when they started treatment and their periodontal health had existed to currently. So what I want to give them is the whole experience so that they know that they're getting more than what they even expected. So that's part of that for that winner. So the other thing is that, yeah, we could vi visit me at drsilfa.com. So it's drsilfa.com. That's my website. You could Google Dr. Silfa. You'll definitely find my practice here in Comac, Long Island. And you could DM me on Instagram. So it's DOCTORSILFA. That's my Instagram hashtag at drsilfa. So yeah.
Fantastic. Listen, you're a good friend of mine. We've started our entrepreneur journeys very much similar times, and we're doing great things. I'm very fortunate to have you in my life. And I look forward to doing some more catch ups. Maybe we'll do a podcast. I mean, I don't podcast, but I
Dude.
think I'll know that when I do podcast, you're going to be on it.
We're
All
doing
right,
it. We're
friend.
doing it.
I
All
appreciate you
right.
very much. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.
Love you, brother. Say hi to community.
I will. Bye.
Bye.